Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenvo, and here are the guys, the crazy guys from Crazy Dental. We got Jay Glazer and Howie Friedman. Guys, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right.
Just
Fantastic.
all right.
Doing all right.
I'm doing
Right. What about
crazy
you,
good.
Jay?
Crazy good. Crazy great.
Jay is doing crazy good. Okay, I'm super happy to get you guys on. So here's the thing. You guys are in my group, and you notice all the time, someone's always asking, hey, where's the best place to buy supplies, right? All the time. Or, where's the best place to buy certain products and whatnot. And so, that's something that's on the mind of dentists all the time. And so I recently kind of met you guys. I kind of talked to you, the whole philosophy of Crazy Dental. But you know what? I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn over to you, Howie. Okay, Crazy Dental, I know where you guys came from and your vision and all that good stuff. Why don't you tell everybody in Nifty Thrifty Dentist, what's Crazy Dental Prices all about?
Well, Crazy Dental is actually a great, it's kind of similar in spirit to what Nifty Thrifty is as a group of dentists. And Crazy Dental was originally founded by a dentist who saw that all the vendors that were out there peddling their dental supplies were really not, they weren't really, they're interested in their bottom line. They were interested, obviously, in and eventually interested in what Wall Street wanted them to perform, but they weren't necessarily looking out for the dentist. So this dentist started a company that allowed multiple vendors to compete to be listed in the catalog for the lowest price. And over time, we morphed into essentially a situation where we just list all the prices that are out there across all the authorized dealers, Henry Schein, Patterson, Darby, Safco, and so on. And we created an automated process where whenever we list all the prices that are out there, and it automatically sets the Crazy Dental price to the lowest price available, regardless of how low that may be. Sometimes we take a loss, sometimes we don't. But the idea is that dentists are busy. They're trying to grow their practice. They're trying to have some family time. They're trying to accomplish a lot of things in their lives. The last thing they should be doing is visiting 10 different websites, calling up all these different sales reps and trying to negotiate pricing, only to wind up in the same place that you'll be if you were in Crazy Dental.
I know. It's just such that, I mean, you see it in the group. You guys see it in the group that everyone's just, they're price matching. They're looking at all these different things. And let's talk about this. I mean, just navigating that whole landscape of just trying to get the best price, trying to find someone that you can trust. And then, and then finding out later, once you get the best price, you check your invoice a month or two later, and the prices have gone up again. So the thing that I think is really neat about Crazy Dental is that you guys have your prices up. Once you log in, once you get an account, you log in, you see the prices. There's no, negotiating or anything. The prices are there. But I noticed that you guys gave me a spreadsheet, and I compared the pricing with the other companies. I was like, wow, you guys have really good pricing. But then I noticed a couple of people that weren't on that list. And I want to ask you about that. How come they're not on that list, and why don't they just have their prices up front?
The vendors. So some vendors, some are better than others, and some are the worst, where you can't figure out what their catalog price is. I mean, it's hard to find it anywhere in print. And that's by design. I mean, I'm going to give you a little insight into what's going on in the industry. But Crazy Dental is the need specifically that we're filling. And it's important for everyone to know this. We're not going to be the cheapest on every item, no matter where you get it from, because you could have a negotiated deal, you could have this, you could have that. But what we are is transparent. There's no guessing. We put a guarantee behind it. So if we're wrong, and we just one of the dealers that are out there lowers their catalog price on an item, we didn't catch it, and they happen to be $10 less, we not only will match that price, first of all, for you, but we're updating our data in our system so that all your fellow members are also going to get the same price. And on top of that,
hold up, Howie.
Yeah.
You just said something. I want to make sure that I heard it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you just say that sometimes if the price is if Crazy Dental's price is higher,
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say that you guys were willing to match the price of the competitor?
Well, not just for that dentist, and not just for this order. We're going to change the price for all the members. So
so you're saying that
crowdsourcing.
it's not for a special doctor who maybe has like 10 practices and he gets this special VIP price. You're saying that you actually will give that same price to everybody.
It's automatic. It's done by the computer. It's automatic. We just have a clerk who's going to enter in. All they do all day is just enter in prices. They don't know they're just going to all these different dealer websites, keying in the price. We do it by hand because we want to make sure we get it right. I know there's digital ways to do this, or we could outsource this to a different country, but we do it in the U.S. using U.S. Employees with health benefits and everything, and they're going to sit there and enter in all that data, and it automatically will just match the lowest price. But I didn't get to the best part. To reward you for helping us better our data and to punish us for not having it right the first time, it's 110% price match guarantee. So you actually get paid for doing it. So, and it makes us better, it makes everything better. And the more people using Crazy Dental, the more accurate it's going to be and the better off everybody is. And I'm telling you, this is why Nifty, Thrifty, the people that are in this group, it's a perfect fit because it's the same idea. As I'm watching what's going on in the Nifty Thrifty group, there's all this, what are you paying? What are you doing with it? How what do you use for marketing? Everyone's crowdsourcing. They're getting together and coming up with, they're solving problems together, and that makes everybody stronger. And that principle, we're not afraid. That's the transparent process of Crazy Dental. We welcome that sort of help that we're going to get, so we can make everybody's lives better and make the process smoother and easier.
I love it. I love that, Howie. So guys, if you're just tuning in right now, Howie's just dropped some really great pearls and talking about Crazy Dental. Look, if you have any questions, type it in the comments section, and Howie and Jay will answer it. These guys have been doing this for a long time. They know this game. They know the game that we have to play to get the best pricing, and they also know the game that the vendors play. Okay, so if you have any questions, type in the comments section your questions, and we have some comments already. We have a Dr. Sheehan. She's like, yes. I'm assuming she's saying yes because Crazy Dental's bringing something that's so awesome. And then, of course, Andy Cleveland just said, nice. All right. Well, I love that. Keep the comments coming. And also type in the questions there. If you have any questions, I'll put the crawler back on here. If you have any questions, fire away, and these guys will answer it. So I'm going to put Jay on the spot here. So Jay, I've been working with Jay for a while now. We've been going back and forth trying to figure out, like, okay, what can Crazy Dental do to help us out? But you know what? I asked you guys if you have certain products that you want pricing on. And actually, Jay went through and did that. So look, we're gonna disclose a few of those items, but I think that you guys brought up something really important before we jumped on. You guys are talking about lidocaine, right? So Jay was talking about, okay, some doc says he needed lidocaine. What kind of lidocaine? And then someone said VPS. What kind of VPS? So let's talk about that. Either Jay or Howie. There's a big difference there, and you got to be kind of specific. So what do you guys take the reins on that?
You want me to go?
Jay, let's get you to talk, Jay.
Come on, Jay.
Bring the caller out because it's like blocking your face there. All right.
I'm enjoying watching and listening. So several people posted, I'm looking at them now, different questions about different products. As we all know, Crazy Dental, we carry 35,000 products. We have a massive warehouse, all automated. Howie can talk to that. Maybe we'll talk about that shortly. So when someone posts, I'm looking for PVS, you go to any dental office, I back that up. If you go to 10 different dental offices, right, you're probably going to have 6 or 7 different PVS products. Mm-hmm. If you ask for lidocaine, there's a 1 to 50, there's 1 to 100,000. There's several brands of lidocaine. Same thing. I'm looking here at somebody wanted Variolink, right? That's typically 1, maybe 2 items. Someone else posted they wanted Panavia. There's many different types of Panavia. And what we did was we jumped, like Doctor mentioned, someone mentioned Scotch Bond. Scotch Bond makes a bottle. They make it in LPOP form. LPOP form comes in different quantities in the package. So there's so many, gloves. I mean, there's a Sonic Fill. We assumed there was a Sonic Fill too. That's the new one. Somebody asked about SDR Flow, right? There's the syringe, and then there's a compass. There's so many different products, and we'd love to answer everybody and get back to everybody. We just need to figure out exactly what they want. Otherwise,
well, I could tell you a good starting point. A good starting point, if you go to crazydentalprices.com, and the top right-hand corner is a register screen. And from there, obviously, you don't need to buy anything, and it's free to sign up, and it's free to be a member. And from there, you can key in the manufacturer part number for any item that you're looking to find, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. You'll see how all the vendor prices are listed for you to see right on the item page. You'll see that we're matching the lowest price that's out there. You'll also notice that we are authorized with every single major U.S. manufacturer. We are in the authorized dealer business. Not to disparage anybody else, but we find that it's very important that we have the support of the manufacturers behind us, in addition to the manufacturer promotions. And with the manufacturer promotions, we have a Crazy Dental team of monkeys out in, they would not like me calling them monkeys. We have a team we have an entire customer service team that one of the things that they do a lot of things on behalf to save you time. One of the things that they do is handle all of the submissions for these buy gets for you. They're going to fax in the invoice for you. They're going to stay on top of it, make sure that you get the free goods, so you don't have to deal with any of that. You get your 3 now, you get your 1 later, but you're not dealing with mailing in invoices and stuff like that. That's just an extra service that we offer because
so you guys handle that.
Yeah, and if any dealer's offering it, we're offering it. We're all authorized from the same manufacturers.
So that's something that's really important that you brought up, because there's I'm not going to mention who this is, but there's another buying group out there that a lot of people are fans of. But what they don't realize is that that buying group made specific deals with the actual manufacturers. But part of the deal is that you don't get those promotions.
Correct.
And people don't find out about that until they actually want the promotion and they don't get it. So, but you guys, with the low pricing, we still get the promotions.
Absolutely.
There's nothing like that where it blocks us from that.
Absolutely. And we have the CDA meeting going on right now. So all the CDA promotions are actually live from they started today and they're ending on May 19th. So get them while you can.
Wow. I love that.
There's a way.
We got some questions here. Let's pull a few questions up. But actually, before we go into the first question, Dr. Reef just gave you guys a shout out, and she said,
Dr. Reef
and Howie love DC Dental. They bend over backwards for me. Well, we're looking forward to getting these guys to do the same for everyone in Nifty Thrifty. So anyway, she wanted to say hi there.
Hi, Dr. Reef.
Hi, Dr. Reef.
All right.
Thank you for the kind words.
All right, we got some questions here. Okay, let's start with this one here. So, what are the legalities of buying straight from the manufacturer? So, I'm not sure what they're asking, but maybe you guys understand what this question's about.
We're not a manufacturer. Yes, I'm not. That would require a little bit more clarification. I'm not sure.
Maybe they're wondering
exactly
how you're getting these crazy prices.
Our prices it's crazy that we're willing to match the prices that are out there, but to be clear, we're matching the lowest price that's out there. So it's not like we're selling it at 20% less than everybody else. Then you'd have a question of how we're doing that. We're just matching the lowest price across the board, and we're not sneaking one by you where we're cheaper on this item and more expensive on that item. And that's what I noticed with earlier today when you had posted that challenge on the group and you said, guys, give us your pricing. And what we notice is exactly that. Because we know the game. I mean, we're in the same business, and we know the game of, the doctors once, they're hung up on price on these 5 items. So the rep will match it or beat it or whatever. They'll throw you that loss leader. And then when you're not looking, all the other items that you're adding to your cart are at really high margins, and they make up the difference and then some. So we're just matching the lowest price. We're not selling at some sort of ridiculous price. We're not doing anything nefarious. It's just we're being straightforward.
Okay, so we got this other question there on the same thing. So she was like, wait a minute. Are you saying that if someone else is offering a buy 3 get 1 free, that you guys will offer the same thing?
Yes. Let me think that through. So if it says, if it's a manufacturer promotion, which it usually is, the answer is yes. If it's not, the answer is still yes. The only time the answer is no is if it's not advertised anywhere and you somehow show us a text or an email that you got from your rep on a three, which can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
You wheel and deal with your rep or your manufacturer. We're not a wheeler and dealer. But it's advertised. Absolutely. The answer is yes.
Oh wait, so
I think if I can introduce, I think if the manufacturer rep, most manufacturers,
or the dealer rep,
we carry like 50 manufacturers, but right, if the dealer rep, the manufacturer offers it, then there's, I think legally, almost all of them across the board.
So let me ask you guys this:
we'll honor it from any distributor. It doesn't matter who you're getting it from.
I love that. That's huge, Amanda. Hopefully that answered your question, because that's huge. Because we face that. That's happened to me before, where there was a deal and I was advertised. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't do that. That's just something." And I'm like, it's advertised. It's an advertisement. No, we can't do that. It's so annoying. But you know what? Since you just brought up the CDA earlier, okay, let's say there's a deal that maybe it's not a crazy dental deal, but it's a deal like, let's say Septidon is doing something at the show.
If they're authorized and it's advertised, we're good.
Oh man, guys, if you are in California and you're at that show and you got some deals, right? What you need to do is jump on. Click that link that Jay put in earlier. We'll put that link later on. Click that link, register, and you know what? Get them to honor it. They just said, guys, we have it on video here. Okay, they said they will honor those deals. Okay, so no take.
I'm not nervous.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about that. You brought up something that we were just joking about off the air here. Okay, let's talk about some of those little tricks that some of the vendors and reps do. Like, what are the common ones that you see and that really dentists really need to know more about?
Well, this is some inside information, but I'm happy to share. What the game that's played is they want to get an overall win. So sometimes you got to crack an egg to make an omelet. So what they'll do is they'll ask you for copies of your invoices or whatever it is to start. And if they don't have your business yet, then they have no choice. They're gonna match or beat whatever's on your invoice, and get you to sign up, get you to start ordering, get you comfortable, and train your staff on which websites now to use and which phone numbers to call. And they get you in the door. And then 6 months later, a year later, you start looking back and you're like, 1 second, hold on. Every other item that I didn't give them before, if I switch this or switch that, every other item is at some ridiculous price. And even the prices that they quoted me since then have gone up 5, 10, 15%. And so they're in it for the long game. And if you're the average practitioner, you're also in it for the long game. And you want your prices to consistently stay low. You don't want to have to look over your shoulder, especially since you want to be able to delegate this task to your front desk and have them deal with it. And the last thing you want to do is find out that for 6 months, a year, 2 years, before you figured out what was happening, and then you got to call them back, and then they're like, oh, sorry, and they'll lower it again, and they go back and forth with this. That's the type of game. That's the opportunity that we saw in the industry. That's how we came up with this whole price comparison idea to begin with. Is we were listening to our doctors and seeing what their pain points were, and this solved that issue. You don't have to negotiate. You don't have to do any of those things. And I'll give you. Sometimes you ask, what's the catch? I'll tell you. The catch is that if you do want to spend a few hours every week looking at every invoice, emailing your rep, seeing if you can get a special deal, going on multiple different websites, and spending time shopping around, you probably can save 5% over Crazy Dental. So you could save $500 a year and spend, 100 hours doing it. But I assume that most people on the call are worth more than $5 an hour. And it's just a way for you to have peace of mind.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's actually happened to me. So, I was with a certain vendor, and they're like, hey, we want your business. We like your practice, blah, blah. So they gave me the best price. They beat everything from whoever I was using, right? And then we used them for a little bit. And then I actually just and then, my sister's like, oh, they came by all the time. Hey, is everything okay? Do you need to order something? They were always there because, want to make sure we get our order, right? And I was like, okay, they're taking care of that. That's a good service. I just kind of didn't pay attention to it. And then one day I started looking at the invoice. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. These are higher than I saw, and they're higher than the last company. And after that, I got wise to that game. And so many times. That's actually, I'm going to say this. Howie, Jay, you know what my pet peeve is when it comes to supplies? And actually just things that happen in Nifty Thrifty in general. This is my biggest pet peeve, right? We work a deal. We bring guys like you on. We bring all these good vendors, and we work this deal, right? It's great. It beats everybody, right? Then the doctor grabs it and goes to their current supplier and says, "Hey, can you they grab this paper.
That's right.
Hey, can you beat this?" Guys, when you do that, you're not helping anyone out. You're not helping anyone. They're going to beat it, and they're going to do the same thing that Howie just talked about. Here's the thing. If they really wanted to give you the best price, they would have gave it to you in the first place,
That's
right?
right. That's exactly right.
That is so annoying, And then what? And then you guys got to wait around for the next Nifty deal. Then you're going to do this same thing. Hey, can you beat this here? That's the thing. I tell doctors in this group all the time. Why are you rewarding companies for not giving you the best deal? You're rewarding them. You're like, hey, thank you for trying to rip me off. But oh my gosh, I guess I went on such a rant that the Jay and Howie jumped off. But anyways, we're gonna wait for them to jump back on. But for those who are watching right now, if you have any questions, fire away. Here we go. All right, and Howie is back. I was telling everyone that I went on that little rant there. I was worried I scared you off. I don't worry, you just scared you off there. But that's the thing. So look, these guys are coming on here. They're being transparent. They're offering the pricing. You can log on and everything. I mean, why use their pricing to try to get a better deal or try to get them to match when you got to worry about them jacking up the price later, right? With Crazy Dental, I mean, we can see the prices whenever we want. It's there all the time, right?
Absolutely.
And and again, let's talk about this.
It's a price match guarantee. If we're caught, it costs us a hefty penny if we're going to sit there and try to game the system. It's out there in the open for everybody to see.
We have people that are designated full time. This is what they do. They spend their day, or part of their day, looking at prices from other companies, from competitors, and make sure that we are going to be the lowest. Now they may miss one here or there. And if that happens, that's what Howie was mentioning. That's the price back guarantee. But we should be on call. One of the people I posted on the Facebook page earlier today sent me some invoices and sent me some prices. And I was extremely busy today. Today was a busy day. Howie and I were all over the place. And then we were doing our own, and the meetings and whatnot. And I just took 3 items and priced them out. This doctor was telling me, yeah, I got great deals from this company and this organization. And then my shine, everybody matches this and matches that. So I said to him, hey, why do you have to match it? Just look at our stuff. I went to just 3 of his items. I just randomly picked 3. It wasn't like all 3 we were lower than. Right. And here he was saying that this shine rep went ahead and is just matching this other organization that he's part of. And at the end of the day, so like how I was mentioning earlier, just to echo what he said, but to complete it with my thought here, is that yes, there may be one item here you can find online and one item here you can find online. And if that's what you want to spend your time on, great. But if you want a full package, for products that your office needs, you're probably, I can almost guarantee you that you're not going to find something less expensive. So bottom line.
Pull up this question, and I'm actually going to, I already know the answer, but I'm going to put the question on because I really want everyone to know what Crazy Dental is all about. But let's put this question on. This doctor's asking, well, what about group rates for multiple practices? I got multiple practices here. What kind of rate can you give me?
That's a great question. And I'm going to answer it honestly. The larger you get, the more time you can afford to spend pricing things around. For us, it's one price fits all for everybody, no matter how big, no matter how small, which is a benefit to a lot of the smaller offices out there. If you have multiple locations, and we have Crazy Dental members that have 8, 9 locations. Once they get bigger than that, usually, they're already in a different realm. I think our largest practice has 9 locations. We have a practice that spends over $500,000 a year with us alone. So we have very, very large offices. I will say that if you feel like you're large enough, you absolutely should give us a call and see if we can work with some of our manufacturers on some of your higher end items. and negotiate better pricing on your behalf. But I would say at that point, you're also stepping outside what Crazy Dental is. That you're outside our sweet spot. The sweet spot for us is that independent practitioner with 1, 2, 3 locations. At that point, you're still right in our sweet spot, and you're going to get excellent pricing. And the more you buy, the more you save.
Yeah.
But there is a tipping point. There's a point where you get large enough where, to be honest with you, that's when it is worth it. Then maybe you could, load the prices in your system and monitor it and have somebody who's in charge of that and negotiate an email back and forth and pit one against the other and play that game. At a certain point, it becomes worth it, because then if your spend is $200,000-$300,000 a year and you're looking at saving $5,000, $3,000, you could spend the time on it. But for the average office, that's spending 5% of their revenue on supplies. What does that amount to? Even if you save 3%, 5%, even 10%, honestly, over the course of the year, that's not even 2 car payments for most people. And all that work and all that effort, and that's really our goal. We're the perfect fit for the it's a time saver for those that don't want to spend the time doing it.
And so I want to reiterate for those who just jumped on, if you guys are excited about what Jay and Howie are talking about, type in the comments section crazy, right? If you're crazy about what they're talking about, type in the comments section crazy, and then we can talk about the Nifty deal, right? So if you want to hear about the Nifty deal, type in the comments section crazy. But Howie, I want to just kind of bring that up again.
Docker, if I could just make one point. I know we were talking about punching questions online. We had people wanted to know about the imprint and the OptiBond and all these other great products. Philtech one, and we talked through many different types and sizes and shapes and whatnot. But I think what people can also do is give us a call. If someone's not comfortable with going online, or if they feel more comfortable talking to somebody, we have great customer service people sitting there all day, from early morning till late at night, before most offices open, and they're there till after people close to make sure to take care of your offices. It's not just an online portal and then goodbye. We're invisible. We're going to step off this call. And this podcast, and we won't exist anymore.
So you guys aren't like, what are these online companies where you call in and you got to go through like 5 different options, and then we got to wait on hold for like half an hour before we talk to one? Yeah, you guys actually pick up your phone?
We actually turned off our auto attendant so that you go directly to a human being.
Wow.
Yes, we have to keep the staff going for that, but it's worth it because nobody wants to talk to a computer.
I love it. And we got a bunch of people. I mean, they're typing crazy. Guys, if you want to hear about the Nifty deal, if you're excited about what they're talking about, type in the comment section crazy. We do have one comment here, and yes, this is Dr. Sheehan from Michigan, and she said the same thing happened to me. This was what I was talking about. I had a rep, they price match everything, and then later on they just slowly brought it up. But she said that her rep's excuse was, hey, I had no idea I raised the prices. The manufacturer did it.
Right.
Have you heard of that one? Is that a new one?
You're saying passing the blame?
Yeah.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Oh, really?
That's the oldest trick in the book. Sometimes the only time you're ever going to see significant price increases from the manufacturer, they do raise prices usually at the same time every year. The 2-3% increases that is cost of living. That may happen, but the only thing that's going to you're going to notice would be if it's a commodity. Sometimes the nitrile is in short supply, or these sorts of things could actually be priced in the futures market, and the stock market could drive the prices up of some of the raw material used in. But if it's a clinical product that's relatively small, and they're not going to raise the price 15% on you. It's not the manufacturer. That's just your rep. Passing the blame.
January. I think it's January and July.
Depends on the manufacturer.
Right,
Depends on the manufacturer. And if you want, if your members want, we actually can. That would be something helpful. I can find out if we can post in the Nifty Thrifty group sometime, either tomorrow or whatever, the dates that this happens, so that you guys, your members, could be more informed. It's some inside information that we can share. I don't know off the top of my head, but we do have the schedule, because we know when we need to make sure to get the new prices from the manufacturers, so we could find out when they typically raise prices, and then let everybody know.
All right, so Melissa just asked another interesting question here, and this is perfect timing Melissa, because I'm about to go into this. She's like, I'd love to see what you have to offer for our practices. What's the best way to reach out and get some of these quotes? I'm glad you asked that. So, Howie, Jay, she's interested in just getting some quotes and looking at her pricing and seeing what you guys can do for her practice. What's the best way to get signed up?
Well, I would say one way to do it is you can email jay@crazydental.com, and that'll get you the best quality head start into this.
He's right over here.
And make sure to put Nifty. Make sure to put Nifty in the subject line so he doesn't just archive it, and he knows where you came from, so he can give you the attention that you deserve. Now, I mean, regardless of what you put in the subject line, you email jay@crazydental.com, and he could help walk you through getting your account set up. What we'd really love to be able to do for you is grab the items. If you can grab your items off of wherever it is that you shop, and if you shop online, or most dental supply companies will let you, print up a listing of your sales history. Some of them have it in Excel, sometimes PDF. You send it over. We have a product team here that will find you, our products, our like products, and send it to you as an estimate. Set you up online with a wish list, so you have all your items on one page. You just click, add to cart, and you could see the prices. Now, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but we're going to do all that work for you. It's free. We're excited to do it. We're confident in that and this is not us, going through. You don't have to send us what you currently pay. Hide that. Black it out. We don't want to see it. Test us. Okay? Hide out what you pay. Just send it to us, and then you go online, and you'll be surprised. I will tell you that you're gonna see some items that might be a drop more, but most items will be less. Go through a mock order on our site, and go through a mock order, and I guarantee you, I assure you that you'll be 5 to 10% less. And maybe more, sometimes 15 or 20% less. You got to go through that process. You can't just look at one or two items.
You got to look at the whole.
You got to look at your order. What's your order? What would your order have been like the next time you place an order? Put the order in our shopping cart system. It takes a few seconds, and see what you find. I'm confident you'll be very pleasantly surprised.
Some distributors, companies, what they'll do is they'll throw in a few loss leaders. This is what Howie's referring to, where they may have, there's an example of cabbie wipes. They're selling below cost because they want to lure you in. There are some companies that do that, but so maybe that one item we may be more on because we're not doing the loss leader.
We don't sell anything at a loss. I mean, some things we sell really low because the advertised price on these items are really, really low. But so we actually probably do lose money on some items, but we're not playing the game of teaser rates.
I mean,
this is the no haggle one-stop shop. That's what we're looking to do. Save you time, and then the people in your office, instead of spending time on the phone or online shopping around, boom, done. They could be spending time with their patients and whatever else they're supposed to be doing.
Here's the other thing that you'll find is if you find other Crazy Dental members, and it's a small group. I think there's only about 800, 900 active members that are out there. You ask any of them, they love us. And the only thing that doesn't make any sense is why aren't there 8,000 yet?
Yeah, well, that doctor, the member who just posted that question, she says, I have an Excel spreadsheet with the pricing already. So she's ready to take the challenge. So
we're going to turn it around tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you a story. You had on the Nifty Thrifty site, there was a post yesterday. Somebody said they're opening up a new practice.
Yeah.
They sent it into their rep, and their rep sent them back. They said they don't normally price things this low. This is the lowest they've ever gone, and they priced it out. And I looked, and I just used our system prices, no negotiation, no haggle, and it was almost exactly the same. And it was for an $11,000 order. I said, you place an opening order with us, something like that, and this is an exception. So we don't haggle and we don't offer special discounts. But I will say you'll mention the promotion special for this podcast. But in addition, if you do place an $11,000, yes, we'll be able to offer you a some sort of and I mean I was able to see with a simple sample post that people are getting ripped off.
After this doctor opening up a new practice, spent hours with this unnamed manufacturer, this distributor, to work all the deals. Oh, it's great, great, great. We went ahead in the same day, turned it around.
I saw that.
It was even Steven. So
look, that's really important, because you know what? Earlier, Jay, actually, I reached out to you not too long ago. I think you remember this. I said, "Hey, Jay, can you give me like a list of things that doctors need to order when they open a practice?" Like there was a doctor that really needed that information. Jay turns around and says, "Sure thing, buddy." He sends it over there. So look, if you are a startup or you're thinking about opening a practice, number one, Jay's got the resources. Message him. He's in the group. He'll share it. He shared it with me right away, and I shared it with that other doctor. But what the post that Howie was talking about, that was Kareem. Kareem, I hope you're watching right now. I hope you saw that Howie took your little list and basically pulled it up himself and then offering even a better deal. So look, I mean, these guys are here. They're willing to help out. You know what? How about this? Let's do something fun here. And for those docs, you know, if you are game for this, let's do something fun here.
You don't mess with Texas.
Pull up. That's right. Pull up your latest invoice or whatever, your latest order sheet. Just post it in Nifty Thrifty. Just post it in there. Just post it in there. And then we'll just have these guys throw something back at you. How's that? What do you guys think?
That sounds good.
I mean, come on. You know, here's the thing, guys. You know, someone was talking to me about like a buying club they're in, and I was like, well, tell me what your prices are. You know, like, I mean, Crazy Dental, I posted that thing there. Oh, I can't say anything. It's secret. I have a NDA. I can't say anything. I'm like, what? It's surprise, dude. It's like, no, man, I can't, you know, like once I sign up, I can't do. And you know what? Come on. That's not the spirit of competition right there. These guys are like, look, bring it on. Send your invoice in, block out the numbers. We're going to beat it. But
we're all transparent. We're not hiding anything. It's
okay.
This is who we are. And
he just made a comment. He's like, look, looking forward to this deal. Truly matches the theme of Nifty Thrifty. Well, hey, there's a reason why I get along with these two guys. Okay, we were talking about it and what they're doing. I'm like, we felt like this is perfect. So we got another comment here. I'll read it here. Okay, so we used an online dealer based on a quote, but the supplies end up coming from multiple sources. The individual shipping costs end up eating up all the savings because the order comes from different sources with different lead times. Howie?
Yes.
Sounds like a net 32 type of thing.
Well, without naming any other companies specifically.
Oh, hey, that's me, guys. They didn't say anything.
One of the yes, you're gonna have multiple handling rates that you need to track, multiple sales tax rules, multiple vendors shipping you the products, multiple vendors to track the location of the products, and if something happens, then you got to figure out who to deal with. Am I calling Net 32? Am I calling the vendor directly? To me, it's not worth it. But what I will say is I won't tell anybody else what's best for them. I could just point out the differences. And if you're into that sort of experience, and if it saves you $20 or $30 on your order, and you think it's worth that headache, absolutely go for it. But if you want to be able to get all your products from one location and have it arrive, depending on how far you're away from this facility, but every order that you place with us before 4 p.m. Eastern will ship the same day, and then it'll arrive, between 1 to 3 days later for about 85% of our customers. That's where you want to be. Again, we're trying to take away stress, and these websites that have all these different dealers and you're ordering from 7 different places, to me that just sounds stressful.
Oh yeah. Well, I like the Crazy Dental way where you guys look for the best pricing.
Yeah. And have you ever gone to one of these marketplace websites and actually Googled these companies that are on there? Do you know who owns them, who's behind them, whether they stand behind their products, and they have different policies with regards to, I would say it's for most dental practitioners, it's not a good fit, but for some it is. And Crazy Dental definitely has a leg up in terms of a stress-free, authorized dealer experience.
You should also be able to, with us, you could track your orders if you online. You have an online account. It's FedEx, UPS, whoever it may be. You can once you place the order, you could track it. You see where it is. You know what day it's getting to you. When
you're gonna get emailed that night with a copy of your invoice and a tracking number to track it. Yes, absolutely.
I love it. All right, guys, if you like what you're hearing right now, type in the comments section crazy. Okay, so they can talk about the crazy Nifty deal. Type in the comments section here, and I see that Dr. Evan just said, I guess he's talking to one of his team members, this could save you a lot of headaches. And I think it can, because what happens when someone calls in and they send you guys that little sheet, that the stuff they order, you guys take it from there. Like, I'm not searching through things and I'm not like haggling. You guys come up with your list and you send it back. Easy as that, right?
That's it. And if like we mentioned earlier in the call, people are jumping in now. If someone does say, hey, this is an advertised price on this company, we're going to give them, 110% back on that item. And it doesn't just lower it for that doctor or that office. This is a club. It lowers it for everybody across the board. So someone in Oklahoma says, hey, I'm paying $1.50 less for, let's say, Septicane, right? And guess what? Everybody in Maine to Florida and from Maryland out to California is going to be paying $1.50 less. This is a club. This is not just, someone's going to help you. You're going to help someone else. We're all together on this.
I love it. Okay, so there's a bunch of people on right now, a bunch of new people jumping on. You guys probably just got off of work, so I'm just gonna hit some quick highlights. And one of the biggest highlights is this. Howie, you said that if someone finds an advertised pricing here that's lower than what Crazy Dental has, what do you guys do?
110% price match guarantee.
Not 100%. You said 110%.
110%.
You're giving me some money.
Well, you did us a favor. You helped us get better. We owe you some money. Plus, we didn't do our job. We had the wrong price listed. So we learned something new. We take a hit. You get an advantage. And all your fellow members, all your colleagues out there that are shopping Crazy Dental, they're all automatically going to be locked in on that lower price moving forward.
Okay, so that's another thing. That's another highlight. I think this is so important because, that's really, Howie and Jay, that's really the spirit of this group, is to level the playing field between the solo practitioner and corporate dentistry.
Absolutely, right? Yes.
That's the
Say
goal.
It again.
That's the goal.
Say it again.
50 deals, because
screw corporate dentistry.
The thing is like one time I went there and they're like, hey, I want this deal and I can't get this deal because of X, Y, and Z. But you guys just said that the price that I get, that the docs are signing up right now get, and it doesn't matter what the practice is, everyone's getting that low price.
Well, right. We had an office I mentioned earlier. She has multiple locations. We don't know, or how many locations they have. The likelihood is it may even be difficult for them to find a better deal, no matter how many offices they have. This is really rock bottom stuff. In other words, when you're dealing with a distributor, they have to pay the reps. They have to pay all the people that work there. A lot of them have people driving around, stopping by. How many offices can that rep see a day, right? They got to pay him for that, him or she, right? And if they're ordering at an online company, we don't have that. We were able to cut all of that out, where we're able to still keep it, rock bottom and keep the company rolling. So whether you have one office or multiple offices, you'll be surprised.
I love it. And Dr. Reef just
and then the lady or the man who, instead of pricing out, they could spend more time at lunch.
Yeah,
sipping on their coffee or tea. You don't have to worry about, well, I want to save $14 here and 83 cents here.
So Dr. Reef just posted this here. She says a great idea is to use your cell phone, take a picture of the products you need, and text it to the Crazy Dental rep, so you make sure that you get the exact product you want.
Absolutely.
That's some good service right there.
That to me, that should be expected.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, and you know what? So here's
your hard-earned money. Make sure you're buying the right thing. It's what product that you want. That's what's important.
It saves so much communication downfall. Now, we had someone who posted earlier on Facebook, right? They have questions. Someone sent us a couple pictures of what they need. It's so much easier, especially when you're new to a company.
Yeah.
It's difficult to I meant this, I meant that. Well, how do you know? So we do make it easy. Howie can talk about that in a minute, but we try very hard to use the manufacturer item numbers. So if you're, let's say, using Panavia. I'm just looking at some of the questions asked earlier. Scotch Bond, Son of whatever it is. We try to use a manufacturer number. So yes, you may be switching and changing distributors from a company from going to X to coming to Crazy. If you type in the manufacturer number, that's going to pop up. It should pop up almost
100% of the time. Absolutely.
Well, I love what Dr. Reef just said here. Like, if you're having just like a hard time, just take a picture of the item and just email it to Jay or email it to one of the reps.
It's the best. That way
Let me clarify. There are no reps. There's customer service agents. There's no commission. There's no commission reps. There's no hard sell. It's another selling point. You're not going to get somebody bothering you all the time. You get this, get that. You do it at your own pace, and we feel like that's also part of our authenticity. And in the spirit of our founder, who is a dentist, is we don't want to push you hard. We're going to build a great product and hope that you come.
I love it. Okay, guys, look, you guys know what's going to happen here. You guys are in the Nifty Thrifty Dentist Facebook group. We're all about deals and whatnot. So, guys, what can you do to help out the members of Nifty Thrifty Dentist? You see the culture in this. You see the culture in this group. You guys have been here and watching. What can you do to help our members out with Crazy Dental?
Jay.
All right, so I think we've got two, and if people want to post comments on Crazy, give us ideas. We're open. We're not closed-minded. We're transparent. We're happy to hear and take suggestions. We have two just off the top specials that we spoke to Dr. Vo offline about. Number one, yes, we've got crazy dental prices, and the likelihood is that it's going to be lower than everybody else, but we're willing to give you an additional 10% off for your order. So if you type in Platinum 10 or Nifty Thrifty, Howie, if you can just mention out to make sure I have the correct code. I think Platinum 10. If you have it, you get 10% off every single product. You just, when you're ordering online, or like we mentioned, if you prefer phone, you can go ahead and just speak to the customer service agent on the other line, tell them about it. Boom, 10% off your order.
Wow.
Platinum 10, no space.
And it's
10% off.
That's
10% off the already. Are you 10% off the already lowest price?
Already the 10% off the crazy prices, right?
That's right.
And I believe Platinum P is capitalized, right? So I think, and if it's not going through, let us know.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think
it doesn't have to be. It's not case sensitive.
I don't think it is, but the P is capital and where I see it, but I don't think it's case sensitive.
Okay, and then in addition to that, if you place $1,000 order, $1,000 or more, you will receive a free curing light, a $350.
Whoa, okay, guys.
Light.
Here's the deal. There was a bunch of people who were saying, I need a curing light. Hello, order from Crazy Dental. Use Platinum 10, get the 10% off, and then you get the curing light too.
Platinum light.
The curing light is listed on our site right now for $320.10. So that's
the crazy dental price. That's a crazy dental price.
That's crazy dental price.
And just type that in Platinum Light. So if you prefer the curing light, Platinum Light is going to be your code. And if you want the 10% off, it's Platinum 10. All one word. Platinum Light is one word. Platinum 10, one word.
I love it.
This is really crazy.
I'm
having some regrets. I'm the CFO here. I'm going to get in trouble.
I think I'm going to have some banana candy. Crazy monkeys.
Hey, send some of that candy. Send some of that candy to them. Okay, so for those who are watching, those who are jumping on, those who are still staying on, we appreciate you guys. Type in the comments section crazy. Show these guys that you appreciate these deals and what they're trying to do for us. But so here's the thing, okay? If you want to sign up with Crazy Dental, how do you do that, Jay? How do they sign up?
CrazyDental.com. Simple as that. You log in. You're going to use an email address. Pick an email address that you'll remember, because like me, I forget them all the time. But use your email address, especially for an office, because the lead may have one email, the doctor may have a different email, which we could put in. So if the doctor says, hey, I want to see what's going on, they could call us. We can put the doctor's email on the same login as the office, whoever's ordering at the office. We can bring the two together. So the doctor has an idea, or the office manager, whoever it may be, just you log in with an email, put in your password, boom, it's all going to be there. It's all transparent. You have everything you need. CrazyDental.com. If you're uncomfortable with that, you're like, I don't know, I'm scared, they're online. How do I know these guys are safe? Howie can address that. Top of the line security. No one's breaking into anything. Even if you put in your credit card, we don't even have the credit card number. It doesn't exist. It's not there. And if you have a question, you can always call our customer service. Like Howie said earlier, email me. I could have it set up. Jay at crazydental.com. Boom, whatever it is, or call the 1-800 number that's listed on the website, and it's within seconds. You're all set up, and your history is there.
For those of you sending in your invoices and your list of items for us to help convert, as part of what we're going to do is we're going to send you a customized print catalog bound with those items on there, with images and our pricing and everything, so that if you don't want to go online, or you like having some people like, they like to be able to see it in print, you're going to get your own custom printed catalog with a free pair of sunglasses in honor of this upcoming summer and the summer weather.
A bag of candy.
And maybe some other swag. Yeah, we'll throw a bag of candies in there. I think we have.
You can get away my candies, man. Those are my candies.
Yeah, we'll throw in some swag. We'll make it worth your while. And then that same list, like I said before, is also going to be online, so you don't have to search and try to find the items. You just go to your wish list. It's all right there for you with your bottom line pricing.
I love
that. Our goal is to save you time.
I love that. And guys, just don't forget, when you sign up, you got to make sure you put in that you heard us from Nifty Thrifty Dentists.
Absolutely.
Okay? Nifty Thrifty Dentists, or I think they're also going to do something with TBOD. You can put both of those in there as well. So just make sure you put that there, so you get the VIP service and the VIP pricing. And then of course you already know what the promo codes is. So
if you forgot to put in Nifty Thrifty under the how I heard about you, call us up, email us, send a message. We'll make sure to put it in, because we want to make sure you guys get your deals and get the special deals with Nifty Thrifty. Even if you said, "Oh my God, I forgot to put it in," don't worry about it.
We're not like that. We're not. Oh, it's too late now. You can't. No, that's.
And we have a doc here. She said, "Wow." And you know what? I'm glad you're saying wow. You're going to be saying wow later once you sign up and seeing the pricing and the service. So I'm super happy that you guys are really supporting the group. Thank you so much for jumping on. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And before we sign off, Jay, Howie, any last comments or words before we jump off?
No, I'm super stoked that there's groups like Nifty around that allows all these different individual dentists to get together and share all these ideas together on how to be more efficient and how to run their practice more efficiently. I think it's amazing.
I'm crazy excited. I think,
hey guys, just one other thing I forgot to mention, but Howie and Jay, they're around on social media. I know Jay's around a lot. So if you see him there, just message him. If you have a question, he's happy to talk to you. And maybe
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Google is a blessed memory. Google Plus is gone, but those three, anytime, like Dr. Vo says, mention, just send us a message. We try very hard to get back to you rather quickly, and that's how we roll. That's how we play. Our job is to make your life easier.
I love it. All right. Yes, I love it. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on, and everyone out there. See you guys later.
Go bananas.